Bienvenue au Tour de Teche. C'est pas juste une course. C'est une expérience de la vie dans le sud-ouest de la Louisiane. Il faut venir pour l'expériencer vous-même. Welcome to the Tour de Teche. It's not just a race. It's an experience of life in southwest Louisiana. You must come here to experience it for yourself. Flat water and lots of it. Bayou Teche is inherently one of the safest waterways you will ever paddle. But it does have its own set of challenges, one of which is its sheer length. 135 miles, even spread over 3 days, can be grueling, especially if wind and current are against you. Even the shortest of the one-day races is still a marathon, so proper hydration and nutrition are important. This is joie de vivre country, so typically there will be partying all down the bayou. You're welcome to partake after each day's finish, but there is absolutely no alcohol allowed on the bayou. There are no rapids in Bayou Teche, and the current is generally mild. You could possibly face log jams at the bridges, and thick rafts of water hyacinth, or lilies, have been a hindrance in the past. Keep a proper lookout. The most serious danger you could face is conflict with motorized watercraft, anything from small outboard boats carrying squirrel hunters to tugboats pushing barges. It is for this reason that Tour de Teche requires that before sunrise, after sunset, or in case of reduced visibility such as fog, you must display lights that go beyond state and federal requirements for powered boats. Lighting requirement. In addition to having aboard a flashlight that you can direct toward oncoming boat traffic, you must have a mounted white light that can be seen from any direction for 2 miles on a clear night. A common way to achieve this is to have a 360-degree light on a mast in the stern. And if the light can't be seen from in front because the paddlers block it, you may add a directional light facing forward in the bow or a headlamp worn by the bow paddler. Official sunrise and sunset times are posted at the command center. PFDs must be worn at certain times. Other safety equipment required are a U.S. Coast Guard approved personal flotation device, or PFD, and a peeless whistle for each paddler, and a cell phone in a waterproof container for the team. The cell phone number must be on file with Tour de Teche. Paddlers, or coureurs de bois, must inform the Tour de Teche Command Center right away if the team quits the race or delays its progress for more than half an hour. The Tour de Teche phone number is posted at the command center. In the event of a medical emergency, first call 911, then call the command center. Should you need to rendezvous with first responders, each bridge over Bayou Teche is marked with its latitude and longitude as well as its name. For serious problems not requiring immediate medical attention, call the command center and we will dispatch a safety boat. Types 1, 2, 3, and 5 PFDs are all acceptable. However, if you choose an inflatable belt pack, it must be deployed, not inflated but out of its pouch and around your neck, during those situations when Tour de Teche requires PFDs to be worn. Those situations when PFDs must be worn are from St. Martinville until safely past the Keystone Portage, crossing the Wax Lake Outlet, and while in the Atchafalaya River. First portage, Keystone. Just under 4 miles from Saturday's start in St. Martinville, the portage at Keystone takes you around an overflow dam that maintains a difference in elevation of as much as 8 feet between the upper and lower Teche. It would not be a pleasant experience to go over it, so caution must be taken when approaching Keystone. It is well marked, and there are motorized safety boats standing by. Exiting the portage requires caution because of the hazardous currents below the dam. Unwanted detours. It's hard to get lost on Bayou Teche, but it's not impossible. 2 places where it could happen are where Bayou Teche is linked to the Atchafalaya Basin, and second, where it is linked to the Gulf of Mexico via the Charenton Drainage and Navigation Canal, also called the Charenton Cut. A little over 20 miles from New Iberia, the Charenton Cut from the Atchafalaya Basin enters Bayou Teche on your left. A concrete bridge spans the cut. A short distance downstream, a steel bridge crosses Bayou Teche. Go under the steel bridge to the right, not the concrete bridge to the left. About 4.5 miles from where it comes into Bayou Teche, the Charenton Cut exits the bayou en route to the Gulf of Mexico. There is a high bridge over the cut. Do not go under this bridge. The true route will appear angling off to the left as you approach the opposite bank. Because of the cut, there is a tidal influence here. Depending upon the state of the tide, you might find yourself paddling against the current. Do not go under the bridge. You will be on your way to the Gulf of Mexico. More portages, floodgates. 11 miles from the start at Franklin on Sunday, you will encounter a floodgate marking the intersection with the Wax Lake Outlet, a canal which diverts some of the flow of the Atchafalaya River into the Gulf. The portage is on the right. Be sure to put on your PFD before leaving the floodgate and crossing the Wax Lake Outlet. You will find another floodgate on the other side. Again, the portage is on the right. The distance from gate to gate is about a half mile. If Tour de Teche determines that paddling across the Wax Lake Outlet would be hazardous due to the current, arrangements will be made to motor portage, with the time required to do so not counted against your overall time. However, in the rare event we do have to motor portage, the overall times will not count as bourrée pot records. No coureurs at the gate. Coureurs de bois, please take note. The floodgates on either side of Wax Lake Outlet are on government property. Paddlers may portage because of a special permit obtained by Tour de Teche. Absolutely no coureurs de bois or spectators are allowed at the floodgates or on the levees approaching the floodgates. 13.5 miles from the second floodgate is the Berwick Locks, marking the end of Bayou Teche and the beginning of the final 2-mile stretch in the Atchafalaya River. PFDs must be worn in the river. The portage at the locks is on the right, and again, no coureurs de bois or spectators are allowed on the property. Read the rules. Paddlers, or the coureurs de bois, are responsible for making Tour de Teche officials at each checkpoint aware of their passage. At each finish, paddlers must acknowledge with their signature their time for that segment. Please familiarize yourself with all the rules, which are posted at the command center and on the Tour de Teche website. From the standpoint of safety, the three most important things to remember are: 1. Wear your PFD from the start at St. Martinville until safely past the Keystone Portage, when crossing the Wax Lake outlet, and when in the Atchafalaya River. 2. Turn on your white light before sunrise, after sunset, and during periods of reduced visibility. And 3. Call the command center as soon as you abandon the race or delay your progress by more than 30 minutes. If you have any questions, ask a Tour de Teche official. Be careful and good luck.